Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, boys and little girlies, hello and welcome to last game of LA number 5 semifinals between Tops and Eclipsis. Now, just to remind you, it's 1-1. First game was won by Eclipsis, and second game was won by Tops. And right now we're going straight into the third game between those two teams. It's a semi-final, so whoever wins this game advances to the grand final. I can't wait to cast it for you. You obviously, or probably, know who won this because it's not a live cast, but if you don't know, psst, don't check it. Don't. Just you know, try to watch this and have some excitement. So it's a third game. Let's quickly introduce the teams, shall we? Top starting as Red Terran team in the bottom left corner yet again, third game in a row. Playing for Tops, Oldent. On Jen's account it's White Fang, Trunck. On Lil Levy's account it's Acheron, Iron Cross, Iron Cross and Floris. And playing for Eclipsis we have Luigi, Larsen, OSB, Azulai, Tatsumaki and Omega Star. Alright, so taking a quick short look at Top's ship composition is the same as in game 2. 2 carriers, a BC, a Raven, a Destroyer and a Void Ray. Alright, now blue team, absolutely the same ship composition as well. 2 levies, 2 carriers, 1 destroyer and 1 guardian. And this is, well, they are gonna try to do it slightly better than they did it last game, because last game, well, very nice play by Tops last game, very nice vortexes, very nice energy denial, simply because they had more energy denial on their side and they made use of it, and that made them win. So right now some fighter action, some fighter launches. OSB already down to 50% of his hit points. Floris playing a Void Ray, going back for first upgrade, opening with 2 lasers. 2 lasers, 1 speed and blink. Right now it's first back at 4 minutes 30 seconds, just a safety back to upgrade the Void Ray, and he's going to be back on the field in no time. Right now, let's see, Iron Cross opening with 5 armor, so standard opening for a destroyer. White Fang opening with 4 lasers on the BC, so that's something. Well, you can see it sometimes, but not usually. But it's a decent opening. It's a decent anti-scepter opening. Now there's a scepter launch on OSB again, and he's gonna lose his health again. And that's why Guardians don't farm too well if they are in the middle of a pack when the game starts. So some more pushing from Red Team. Fighter pushes. Their fighters are doing a really good job at pushing, simply because when they are launching fighters, the Guardian goes back, OSB goes back. I don't really agree with this, but he goes back and he gives the whole Red Team room to advance, simply because his teammates need to follow him to help him get rid of the fighters. Now look at the positioning. Priority farming goes to Levies, Luigi and Larsen. Basically they are staying to the side, trying to farm a lot. Now there's a ball from Tops. There's a ball made by Tops, and they are gonna push blue team right straight back to their base. I guess Iron Cross is gonna regen some shields right now. He's gonna let the others push because they have full shields at this moment. Fighters being launched on the battlecruiser, and now Red Team is going back. So this is some back and forth action. Now Flores upgraded already to level 4 lasers, some range, 1.86 speed, 225 energy for blink, and is just lucky farming because he's got Larsen, Leviathan against him, but he's not really paying attention to the Void Ray. He's just running around paying attention to his own farm, which really benefits Flores right now. So more pushing. Let's take a look at the farming tab. Red team is losing farm war, and that's a nice push, and Iron Cross will be forced to go back. There's a shield transfer by Old End, but red team is going to be forced back right now. And again, just like in previous 2 games, Eclipsis is going to have farming advantage in after first 5-10 minutes, simply because, well, red team is forced back, and White Fang has to regen his shields as well, and Iron Cross needs to heal, and those 2 carriers can do too much all by themselves. Interestingly enough, Azulai opening with 4 lasers this game. I didn't notice that earlier, so less damage on fighters, more anti-fighter opening, which is pretty cool. And now Flores is coming out, and that indicates a possible warp trick, and it's a little bit scary if you get caught out of position like this. So remember that red team is already has already upgraded. Blue team didn't have his upgrade back yet, so now they are backing to get their upgrades probably. So that would be really bad for blue team to get caught out of position by this Void Ray and a warp trick from the side. Water time, and we're gonna continue shortly. Now let's take a look. Now Tatsumaki is winning the APM wars with 181 average APM in first 10 minutes. Farm wise, it's looking pretty cool for blue team, but it's not that huge difference. It's around 100 farm for blue team, so that's pretty much okay for red team, because, well, they are slightly weaker. They have a Raven, they have a Void that needs to farm in the early game, and, well, Eclipsis has 4 DPS ships, 2 Leviathans, 2 carriers with fighters, 1 Guardian, one tanking destroyer. So it's a really good early game composition that lets you farm a little bit more than your opponents in the beginning, but it might not necessarily work in the late game as we've seen last time. But basically, it just depends on your gameplay. I guess that Eclipses they were a little bit unlucky. Excuse me. They were a little bit unlucky in that second game because, well, that vortexes. They did 2 failed texes. I believe it was Halo and someone else. I don't remember who it was who played a carrier. Tatsumaki or Azulai, I think. It doesn't matter. They did 2 failed texts and made their team lose, and now Luigi is out of position, and we need to zoom in here because, well, that's really an unupgraded, unupgraded Void Ray. I thought they could try to kill him, but there's Omega Star rolling with level 8 armor, which is 37. Oh, we don't know because of there. Okay, so alright. So some connection issues in the game, but right now Iron Cross might actually go down 600, 500, and he goes down. The destroyer goes down, and tops find themselves in a really uncomfortable position because it's 5 versus 6, and we're only 13 minutes into the game. You can see the number here if you didn't understand what I was saying. That's perfectly fine because I don't know what I tried to say either. And, well, basically, yeah, remake because of lag. It's not gonna happen, but again, as long as they can, just like in game 2, as long as they can get an energy denial advantage, so Void Ray is free to use its energy and it's free to farm as much as it can and just kill people one by one. It's going to be perfectly fine. I can remember one game from NA4. It might have been quarterfinal or semifinal. I don't remember actually. But yeah, I was playing with tops as well, and we were down to 5 versus 6 because of a drop. And we had a Void Ray and we had a very heavy energy denial ship composition, and we managed to launch a vortex or 2 vortexes with the carriers, and with a whole lot of energy denial we managed to pick them off one by one after like being outfarmed for 40 minutes or so, and sitting on our butts in our base without one prism. But you know, it's really hard to do, and you really have to have this energy denial advantage. But what's also important, when having the energy denial advantage, you need not to lose the pushing power, because if you focus on energy, you're not focusing on DPS, right? You're not focusing on missiles, you're not focusing on fighters, etc., etc. And right now, Red Team really needs it, because they lost their their tanking ships, so the pushing power is, well, it's not cut in half, but I'd say that they lost like 30 to 35% early game pushing power, which means that they will have hard time pushing, and this destroyer Omega Star is going to be a really good ship for blue team right now, because it's going to tank everything and it's got absolutely nothing to counter him at this point. No missiles, fighters don't deal enough damage, 33 damage to 37 armor, which is nothing. The only thing that he can start fearing in like 4 or 5 minutes is the Void Ray, but as long as the Void Ray stays out of his range, he can tank everything with 37 armor. So very nice opening, very beneficial opening for Eclipsis. They're gonna try not to dwell on it too much, because they need to start doing things to prevent flurries from farming, but they will try to rely on this and try to focus on killing Red Team as soon as possible. They should try to focus on killing Red Team as soon as possible. It's 1,800 to 1,400 in favor of Red Team, and they have one ship more. They should be containing tops pretty heavily right now, because, well, Floris, I'm not sure. It's just a single charge, no upgrades on charge yet. He's got 300 energy, but he needs to have this for blink as well. Only level 7 prismatic beam with 0.36, so that's speed, so that's not too OP yet. And my StarCraft is lagging again. Thank you, StarCraft, I love you for lagging all the time. I really need to look it up on Google or somewhere on Battle.net forums, because it's ridiculous how I suddenly would need to upgrade my computer for StarCraft to stop lagging after a patch. Bullshit, I call bullshit. Anyway, 6 versus 5, still not much happening. Let's see the upgrades, because the upgrades are going to be really important. 2 vortexes on Red Team carriers. Iron Cross. Oh, I remember. I know. He just dropped. All right. So Acheron just not Acheron. Who was playing? Whitefang was playing Battlecruiser on Jen's account. So even though Iron Cross died, Whitefang dropped. I didn't notice it because there were too many messages. I'm even going to pause it for a second. No tears response, timed out. Don't drop, is he back? We don't know. Blah 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 blah. No QQ. Let me get. Yeah, he dropped. So Iron Cross is now playing a battle cruiser. I thought. Okay. I got it. I got it. Don't worry, my brain is working perfectly fine. I just had a blackout. Does he have a blackout? No. So it was another Raven that gave me a blackout. What the f? Stop lagging, you stupid computer. Oh, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. Oh Jesus! All right. Back to the game. Floris already level 10 beam, and now is starting to be scary. After 20 minutes, I think they let him farm a little bit too much. 460, 470 farm after 20 minutes. It's quite a lot for a Void Ray, and he's got all he needs to start killing and to start, doing what he needs to do as a Void Ray. Which is, well, farming and killing, so it's not like he's not farming right now, and it's not like he can't kill. At this point, APM Wars, yet again, 177 average for Tatsumaki. Congratulations, sir, you have won the internets. What do you have here? Farming tab, 500 farm advantage for Eclipsis, and now they are going after Old End. This is gonna be a defensive vortex, and it works pretty nicely. 2 ships or 3 ships inside. I believe it's 3. I think it's 3 ships. It's a Guardian that just warped in, and 2 Leviathans. And as soon as they will get out, nothing will happen. Let's check the upgrades on those Leviathans. Well, pretty awesome upgrades. I'm not gonna repeat my go one way on upgrading rant, and just let it go. As long as it's working. My opinions are just my opinions. So they are a little bit armor. They have some tentacles, some missiles. 9 or 10 range, depending on which one I'll select. Definitely Larsen is Leviathan that farmed more, and both have frenzy, so they will be Lenzit Frevis. Jesus. Oh, if you don't know what is this about, just check game number 2 and Lenzit Frevis forever. Love. It's like, what am I? What? It's not working. Is it? It is working. Yeah, something. Meanwhile, we have Vortex by Tops, and now they will probably try to snipe one of the ships. There's a blackout on Tatsumaki, so there's going to be no energy denial at all against Floris, and now OSB will find himself in a lot of trouble, and this Guardian will actually go down very soon. 5,000 does. Oh, that's a very nice saving Vortex, defensive Vortex by Azulai. And Tatsumaki, well, he barely survives, to be honest. He's got 5,000 hit points, but he barely survives because it's like 20 more seconds and he would be like dead. You hear me? He would be dead. So that was a very nice saving Vortex. I think that red team needs to work on their energy denial, especially that Old End has EMP Shockwave and Iron Cross doesn't have a lockdown, so he needs to get lockdown ASAP, just to, just for the energy denial to fully kick in for red team. And Old End should have EMP'd probably Azulai or Tatsumaki, I don't remember. Oh no, it was Azulai. Yeah, he should have EMP'd him. But right now, there's another Vortex, and it lends it Frevi in here, but it's not gonna do much. And Floris picking off the fighters with his beam. I believe that was not really a defensive Vortex, but I'm not sure what was the Vortex for. No one was really dying, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine as long as they will remain 5 versus 6 and try to get to 5 versus 5. APM wars because nothing's happening. Still Tatsumaki. Who's the last one? Well, it's White Fang who dropped, but lowest APM award goes to Iron Cross. I'm gonna give you an Iron Cross for this. So ironically, you have an Iron Cross as an Iron Cross. So you can Iron Cross when you Iron Cross. Bitch. So right now, red team is not really pushing. They have 3 ships out. Let's take a look at the upgrades. 475 energy on the Raven, some shields, probably some shield transfer. Yes, 100 shield points per second. And that's not enough. Let's take a look at the BC. Yes, he finally got lockdown. Carriers up to 400 energy, so I believe it's for Tatsumaki and Azulai to just remember to upgrade, which means that Omega Star is probably this game leader for Eclipsis. I'm sorry, I should have remembered this. I remember tops because I'm playing with them every day, but I should have remembered Eclipses. Anyway, there's a push by Larsen. There's a Lenzit Frevi being played by Luigi. They both have Frenzy, but those Frevis are not gonna really do. That's a nice term, a Frevi. If you have a Frenzy on Leviathan, a Frevi. That's great. I'm making this up. I swear, I'm making this up. Okay, so 2 Frevis for blue team. That's actually a pretty good term. I think that, you know, if it's really good to say that that's a Frevi instead of that's a Levy with a Frenzy and he's got 400 energy. He's a Frevi. It's a Frevi, you know. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, not to get distracted, I just drink some water. We're getting back to base. Every game I'm casting today, I'm getting sillier and sillier because I'm getting more and more tired of this. But it's okay. It's perfectly fine. So we're 30 minutes into the game. I want to check the farming tab. Frevi's pushing on Lil Levy, ironically. It's Acheron, but the account is Lil Levy, so Frevi's pushing him, but they are not gonna get him, and there's Floris kicking in with double charge. They need to deny him. There it goes, and Luigi is gonna survive because of that very nice feedback by Tatsumaki. Floris is getting really dangerous with 0.31 attack speed and 120 damage on Prismatic Beam. However, well, there's a push, and Iron Cross might be in trouble again. He was in trouble being a destroyer, now he's in trouble being a battlecruiser, but that's a very nice saving vortex by Acheron, getting those Frevis and everything around them into a vortex. And well, basically right now, let's take a look. 3,000 to 2,300. Azul, no more DPS. Just okay. So level 12 fighters is not going for more DPS. He's just going to go for feedback and more energy, which is really good because against energy ships, energy carriers, and energy battlecruiser, obviously energy battlecruiser, but some missiles as well. Okay. Mostly energy battlecruiser and the Raven in red team. They will definitely need those feedbacks on the carriers. So right now 700, 800 actually, 800 score advantage for Eclipses. And as I've noticed, they've resigned from going for mines, which is strange because those mines were just giving them ground and letting them hold ground very nicely. Oh, that's a very nice vortex by Trunck, and now this level, even though it's pretty fat, it can be in quite a lot of trouble. There's feedback. He's not gonna have enough energy to charge on him, but there's a lockdown, there's a blackout, and Azula is not gonna be able to launch a vortex. Tatsumaki is gonna be able to launch a vortex if they are gonna cover the void ray He might actually get a kill here. Let's take a look at his shields, and Luigi might actually go down. He's going for the kill. Luigi, 1000 hit points, and he's definitely going to go down. Now, will he be able to blink? 50 energy, barely 50 energy. He needs to blink out. And what the hell is happening here? Floris might actually go down, or Trunck might actually go down. No, Floris is going to blink out of his enemy's range, and Trunck is going to be okay. They tried to counter, they didn't manage to counter properly, and there's a saving vortex, and that might cost blue team a game. That really might cost blue team a game. If they will be able to heal in time, they won't be able to heal in time, but if Void Ray is going to be able to heal in time, and we'll have Lil Levy and Iron Cross out, that could have been a killing situation again. But red team not risking, Tops not risking it again. So it's 5 versus 5, and suddenly blue team deciding to go for the prison, but that's all that they can do right now. And now they are gonna get pushed back. What did they lose? They lost a Leviathan, but they lost a Leviathan that had less farm. So that's still okay. They are still pretty strong. They are only leading by 200 score-wise right now, so that did hurt quite a lot actually. But well, they don't have enough energy denial. I'm sorry, I'm just derping right now. They don't have enough energy denial to actually deal with this composition of Tops. I believe that Tops is gonna come on top this game simply because right now it's 5 versus 5, and as long as it was 6 versus 5 for Eclipsis, it slightly favored them, but right now it's 5 versus 5, and you know, they simply don't have enough energy denial to deny all those vortexes, all those feedbacks, lockdowns, blackouts, and especially to deny a Void Ray as well after trying to deny the four energy ships. So Battlecruiser, 2 carriers, and the Raven. They might try to do something. There's a Frevi, but well, it's quite heavily upgraded. This Frevi. It doesn't have too many hit point upgrades, but it's quite heavily upgraded. And if he can solo someone, if he'll be able to solo someone, Larsen will definitely deal a ton of damage, maybe even kill him with level 14 tentacles and level 13 missiles with a frenzy. Well, that doesn't look too good, because those 2 carriers definitely can't keep up with energy denial they simply can't keep up with the energy denial of Tops. So I would probably try to go for interceptors at this point, because well, if I can't keep up with energy denial anyway, I need to try to find a way to damage them. I need to try to look for my own edge over my opponents, instead of trying to be as strong as them in the strongest possible area. Look at this, 2 feedbacks exchanged, and there's only 1 energy denial ship left for blue team, and for red team we still have 3: a Raven, a Battlecruiser, and a carrier. So that's how it goes, and that's how it's gonna go throughout this game until the game will end. The longer the game ends, the longer the game lasts, the better situation it is for Tops, because Void Ray will get more and more OP, and right now it's level 17 beam, level 10 shields, level 17 beam with 0.26 beam speed, and double charge with 425 energy, even though as a parasite on him it doesn't matter. And well, Void Ray has gotten really OP at this point of the game. Taking a look at the farming tab, Larsen, Mr. Norway, because that's I mean, if I see or hear Larsen, it's like a Norwegian guy or a Swedish guy, Swedish name, Norwegian name or something. Tatsumaki is definitely Japanese or Korean, rather Japanese. And Omega Star is very spacey, so he could be an Autobot or a what are they called? Decepticons. Yeah, he could be a Decepticon. Anyway, anyway, getting back to game, because there's not much happening, to be completely honest with you. APM Wars, still Tatsumaki with 179. I'm not gonna give the lowest APM award, but it's Omega Star, and I know it's Iron Cross right now. Again, we're 40 minutes into the game, and we're getting closer and closer to the ending. I believe that this game should end in the next 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is a good time if they will be able to launch some nice vortexes. If not, it will probably last like 20 to 30 minutes. But if they won't be able to launch some nice vortexes, it gives blue team a chance to win it. So if it really goes that long, that means that red team is doing something wrong, and blue team has a real chance to win it. Right now, yeah, level 15 interceptors and some scouts, and this is starting to look a little bit better for blue team, because red team simply doesn't have too many laser upgrades. 8 at most, 6, 2, 6. Why 2 lasers? What the hell? I believe you're farming with your interceptors, but alright. And there's a killing chance, there's a cloaked Void Ray, and Omega Star is gonna go down. It's really nice that they pinged, because he just went down. As soon as, it's called Parasite, as soon as Parasite timed out, he immediately cloaked, immediately double charged and killed that Destro. Now red team is cruising to victory, Tops is cruising to victory. 5 versus 4. With an OP Void Ray and not enough energy denial on blue team to really try to stop it. And it's only a matter of time. They might be in the game, but it's only a matter of time. Those scouts are not gonna help them too much at this point. Well, it's a double scout. Alright, so it's 16 scouts. 16 scouts can deal quite a significant amount of them. 16 times it's 59 for those, and it's level 0, so it's 35. Let's say it's around 40, because I just want 16 times 40, that's quite a lot. Oh my god, 16 times 40 times 40, 6 times 4 is 20. It's 640, you noob. 640 damage per shot of those scouts, and it's probably even more, so that's quite a lot. How fast they are shooting? I don't remember those stats, because oh, they are shooting 2 times, so it's 1200, so it's around 1.5k already on those scouts per volley, per shot. So if they launch one, it's every 4, so it's like missiles. Alright, that's a significant amount of damage. So if that's a decent plan, if they will manage to get any of red team's ships low on shields, they immediately send scouts, and scouts, well, they are gonna do their job pretty nicely, as well as interceptors. Probably level 15 interceptors are gonna get sent on them as well. So that's a decent game plan, but even if they are gonna kill 1 or 2 ships, there's still a Void Ray problem. and they don't have any detection right now, so when Floris cloaks, well, they have Parasite. But I believe that he either missed, and Floris managed to... yeah, he had to miss. So he missed, and Floris managed to blink, and the Parasite didn't hit, so it's free of a Parasite for another 7 minutes and 30 seconds, which means that if he cloaks and jumps on someone with double charge, this guy's probably dead, even if it's Leviathan, Frevi, Leviathan, Frevi, or a carrier. Because even if a carrier has a vortex, and he will still see him on the other side of the beam. When he will vortex, he can quite easily blink and keep killing him again. So unless carriers stick together, they are in a pretty huge danger as well. Tatsumaki now stopping, exchanging those feedbacks. There's a vortex, and this is going to be a killing situation. They really need to deny Azulai. If they are going to deny Azulai, this is a kill, and this is a GG. A definite GG, 3 versus 5. That's a Frevi trying to deal some damage to this carrier, but, well, seriously. So now Tatsumaki, and is there going to be a defensive vortex? No, there's a blackout, and this carrier goes down. He melts, and this carrier might actually go down as well. Look at this, it's just melting, and now scouts on the carrier, and Trunck will probably go down. No, yes, I don't think so, because he's got a lot of shields. Alden transferred a lot of shields to him, 300 shield points per second, and those scouts got killed pretty easily, and now Trunck is free to go back. I don't know how long this game is gonna last, but I can say one thing at this point. GG! There it is, there's the GG. I predicted it, pick me. I want to be a Nostradamus or something. GG, well played. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tops advances to the final, and they're gonna fight against, I'm not gonna tell you who they're gonna fight against, because maybe I'm gonna cast them sometime soon, maybe not, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you. If you want to know, then just playstarbattle.com, all tourneys and NA tourney number 5, or just Wikipedia, Star Battle Wiki, and you're gonna know this. So that's a GG. Last glance at APM Wars. Tatsumaki, of course, 172. Farm wise, I'm not gonna even look at it, but actually 4,000 to 1,700. There's a Cloaked Void Ray chasing the Guardian. Guardian goes down. GG says OSB, and Larsen is just gonna suicide. Frevi, there we go. There's a Vortex. I don't know why they are vortexing. They should just kill him immediately. But yeah, that's all. That's all I had for you today. That's 3 games in one day. I tried to make up for my absence in the weekend. I hope you. There's another Vortex. I hope you enjoyed that. Those were pretty exciting games and pretty good ones, especially the last one where Tops got back from being 5 versus 6 after 13 minutes. To winning the game. As long as you have energy denial advantage, the Void Ray is going to work miracles for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am James, also known as Frosty. I'm signing out. Oh, also, I'm getting quite a significant number of replays. But if you want to send me your replay, just send it to the email below the video in the description, and it can be a pub game, a really good pub game. It can be an in-house game. I'm gonna pick those games for game analysis. I'm gonna pick those games for request of the week, maybe for builds and upgrades. If there's gonna be a build and upgrade order, something that you want to show everyone that it really works and it's really good, just send it to me, and I'm gonna analyze this replay, try to figure out the build, and try to give it to people if it's gonna be good enough. It can be an in-house build, it can be a pub game build. Just keep sending me those replays, and I'll just figure something out, because the more replays I have, the better ones are gonna get casted and used for different shows. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Frosty, I'm signing out. Peace!